Who does Love Island USA think it is? Love Island Australia? There's such a thing as too much drama. My nervous system can't handle it. And as it's coming to an end, the reveal tomorrow night is Casa! Oh my god. Oh, what the fuck. Love Island USA episode 18, and I don't even know how I'm feeling right now. I've got so many mixed emotions. Let me know what you thought of it in the comments. So, in the beginning, Huda was upset that she kept getting milked in the challenge, and she says everybody thinks I'm trying to bring the drama and I'm really sorry for how I've behaved and all that, but somebody's going to come in and sweep me off my feet. And I thought, that's probably not going to happen. And it's not just because she's got a child, it is like the way she's behaved as well. I genuinely don't think that she's going to find anybody in there. I'll be shocked if she does. TJ pulled her for a chat and he says, I really liked her chat, but I'm going to be honest, like I'm not feeling it. And I felt really bad for her because when they were having that chat in Soul Ties, she was doing the eye contact, she was like, you know, being really flirty and all that. And it was clear that he just wasn't into it, and he was like, oh, let's call it a night and like continue the morrow. And it was a shame. Amaya's upset because it's something to do with Austin. I don't know if I missed what happened, but the last I remembered, she was asking Austin if she was being too much and if he minded her calling him babe. And he said no, and everything was fine, but I don't know if it was because he had a chat with Andrina or something. I actually don't really know what the problem was, but I know that she was upset. Another person who was upset was Sierra, because as we know, her and Nick had sex, but she was chatting with TJ, and she was very flirty, and she's like, oh, we're still open, blah, blah, blah. And when she was talking to TJ, all was fine and well, but when Nick was talking to Andrina, it was a different story. It's always the same, you know what it's like, double standards. She tried to be honest with Nick, and he was saying, like, you're my number one in here, we've got the best connection, but I'm still open, and she's, like, really gutted over it. Austin was saying to the boys that he really liked Amaya, but he didn't want somebody who was just so full on in 2 days. But as we know, when he was with Shelley, he wanted her to be more full on, so you can't win. Iris was having a chat with TJ, and he was saying that he really liked her and he enjoyed their kiss and all that. This boy is giving me mixed signals all over the place, because when he's speaking to Sierra, he's like, as if he's really into her. And as far as we've seen, he's pulled her for more chats. And last time even Iris was saying he didn't say hello to me, or he didn't come up to me or whatever after we kissed. So it's just really confusing. Iris and Jeremiah had a chat and told each other that they'd kissed the bombshells, and they're like, oh, we'll just be besties now. Orlandria took Taylor for like a wee picnic, and they were talking about what fruit they liked, and she says that her favourite was pineapple, and he says that he doesn't like pineapple. I have never met somebody who doesn't like pineapple. I have met people who are allergic to it, and I think that is highly unfortunate, because pineapples are the fruit of the gods, along with grapes, strawberries and kiwis. I can't remember what fruit it was he says he liked. I think it was apricots, and he says that his granda used to have an apricot tree, and then she says, oh, like my gran, she had a plum tree. And I'm thinking, it must be so great to live in a country where you can grow all these wonderful fruits. Like, when I was on holiday in Greece, I used to take the lemons off the trees. They did let you do it, by the way, I asked. And I'd eat all the lemons, and they were so delightful. But growing up in Scotland, my gran grew rhubarb, and it was fucking disgusting, and people used to pick it and dip it in sugar and eat it, and it needed sugar because it tastes like shit. I mean, okay, in Scotland you can get raspberries and stuff, but it's just not as good. Jeremiah was speaking to Andrina, and he was like, oh, you've got a beautiful smile, you're gorgeous, you smell amazing, all the same things that he said about Huda. And then Ace, Nick and somebody else were sitting talking about him, and they were saying he's repeating the same pattern. Somebody comes in that has type, and it's like he's not interested in anybody else, he's closed off, and he's just repeating the same pattern. Well, I'm sorry, Ace, but not every guy in the villa wants to try and stick it in anything that moves. So Jeremiah and Andrina kiss, and Huda's sitting there, and I'm like, oh my god, what's she going to do? And she starts clapping. Bless her. She obviously feels like shit, and she's now trying to make up for the way she's treated him and the things that she said to him, and she's trying to be supportive. And I did feel really bad for her. They get a text saying, go to the fire pit immediately, and Orlandria says, immediately is crazy. It's not crazy. The text always says that, every single time. It doesn't matter what Love Island you're watching, it says go to the fire pit immediately. This is not new. They go to the fire pit and they find out that America has been voting for their least favourite islander and that the least favourites are at risk to leave. Now, what was the point in letting America vote if the islanders were just going to vote anyway? The producers obviously make this up as they go along. If it's not going the way they think or the way they want it to go, then they're going to change up the rules. Had the people that they wanted to go been voted, they would have just made it America's vote. I kind of hate the way they do this. That being said, I know that they did this for the drama, but what's the point in even giving America a say at this point? Now, genuinely, let me know in the comments if you thought the same. I thought that Huda was going to be in the bottom 3, and when they said her name, I was shocked. And it's not that I don't like Huda, but obviously a lot of the comments online, people don't like her, and then you've got other people defending her just because she's a mum or whatever. Like, people support people for the wrong things. They'll say, oh, I'm a mum, so I'm supporting another mum. It shouldn't be like that. You should just support somebody based on their personality and their actions. It's not as if I was sitting thinking, oh my god, Huda needs to go, I can't wait for her to get out of the house. I was just surprised that she wasn't in the bottom 3. The bottom 3 girls was Hannah, Iris and Amaya. I wasn't shocked to see any of them there, to be honest with you. I feel like Hannah's come across as really fake. In a few episodes, Amaya came across as being a bit unhinged. And Iris, well, she's not done much. When it came to the boys, I knew for 100% fact that Austin was going to be in the bottom 3 because of some stuff that's apparently been on his Instagram. I've not been on his Instagram, but he's a Trump supporter. Apparently he's been saying transphobic things or whatever else. I don't really go on and check out their social media unless, like, I really love the person. When Jalen got voted out, I was so sad for him. I'm following him on TikTok and he managed to get 1 million followers in the space of like 24 hours. It's fucking crazy. So anyway, at this point I'm thinking, right, he is going to go. I didn't know that the Islanders were voting for who was going to leave though at this point. And realistically, is it fair to vote somebody out of a reality TV show because of who they support in politics? You might say yes, but there's been so many Tories in Big Brother UK and they've went in and I've been like, oh, Tories, and I've ended up really liking them. And I know that Trump's a different story because he's taking away women's rights and all the rest of it, and I don't want to get into a whole political thing, but I think that if it was up to America, Austin would have went. So the bottom 3 boys were Jeremiah, Pepe and Austin, and I thought, right, okay, Austin's leaving. I'm a bit sad because I actually do like him. Then they revealed it was too dramatic. There's such a thing as too much drama, right? You think, oh, the girls are going to vote for the boys, blah, 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 the usual. No. The producers were like, let's fucking mix it up. Let's shake things up. They're watching Love Island UK and they're bored as fuck. Let's do something different. The girls are going to vote out a girl and the boys are going to vote out a boy. I was stunned. Absolutely fucking stunned. The girls voted out Hannah, and to be honest, I didn't really feel bad for her. When she started all that dramatic crying again, I thought, oh, do you know what? She'll be fine in like 2 hours, the way she was the last time. When Charlie got voted out and she was doing all that, I felt bad for her at the time, but then when she just basically forgot about him, I know in this episode she says she missed Charlie, but let's be honest, if she missed him that much, she'd have left him. When she was talking to the girls and she says, I can't really find it easy to speak to people who have voted me out. She's had to vote for people before as well, it's part of the game. The boys voted for Jeremiah. Let's be honest, Aces had it in for Jeremiah since day one. He couldn't do it right, no matter what he done. If he explored, he was wrong. If he stuck to one person, he was wrong. He wanted rid of him, and that was that. And I think it was absolutely diabolical that he got voted off, to be honest with you. It should have been Pepe. To be honest, it could have been any of the other 2, really. But Jeremiah shouldn't have been going. Pepe says to Hannah, when I get out of here, I'll come look for you. If you feel like that, leave me. Don't talk shit. I'm sick of it. But anyway, tomorrow is Casa. Holy fuck, I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared! Let me know who you thought should have went out, the boys and girls, and I'll see you again tomorrow.